What is going on, everyone? Happy Black Friday 2025. DSP here, and welcome to my Black Friday marathon for the year. I'm very excited. For those of you who are early, because we're technically starting exactly at 11:15 a.m. when I scheduled this for. So I know for a fact tons more people will be showing up shortly because they're not used to me being on time. Anyway, how is everyone? First of all, before we even begin, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I hope that you had an awesome one if you celebrate it, if you live in the United States. I hope you had great food. I hope you had great relaxing times with your friends and your family. I did. The second half of my Thanksgiving was amazing. Spent lots of time with my wife. We relaxed. We watched a whole bunch of different stuff together. We had an amazing meal. And before you say, well, Phil, what was it? Well, guess what? I'm going to have more of it today because I'm eating it leftovers during this marathon later today as a meal. So you'll get to see a little bit of everything that I had because I'm eating it again. So I hope you're all in a good mood, and I hope that you're ready because today, the price is right, bitch. That's right. Today, on the Black Friday Marathon, I'm going to be looking at Black Friday deals live and probably buying some stuff. I want to upgrade my setup. Even though a year ago I fully upgraded as much as I could, I didn't really fully upgrade the setup. This chair is almost 5 years old. I'm working off of these, fiberboard rolling desks and nothing too great. My monitor that I monitor the stream on is way over there, and I have to squint to try to read the leaderboard as I update it. I'm working on a laptop in front of me to see your stream chats, and when I game, I'm looking at a TV on the other end of my room. So what I'd like to do today is possibly upgrade the setup. So I hope that you guys are down for that because it's going to be a lot of fun. And guess what? I got paid. That's right. I had been talking to you guys this week about how your support has been so amazing, but that I was hoping to get paid today so that I could actually get this stuff, and I got paid by Kick, so I'm good to go. Like, basically today, I have absolutely no limitations. I can get pretty much whatever I want, and I'm curious what we're going to end up with by the end of today. Who knows, right? In addition to that, today we're going to be gaming, okay? What are we going to be doing? Whatever we want. Today's a marathon. I'm here starting now all the way through the day, probably to like 8, 9 p.m. We'll see. And because of that, we can pretty much play whatever. I know you guys have been asking for various games such as Mega Bonk or Where Winds Meet or other games like that off of Steam that have just randomly released in the last month or two. In addition, we could do some silly stuff with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We can have chill driving stuff with American Truck Simulator. The sky's the limit. We have absolutely no limitations today. Seriously. Let's go. Let's just have a nice chill day today. For everyone who's just joining us, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a nice, relaxed, chill atmosphere. All right? And for the first time in a long time, there are no goals. There are no milestones. There are no financial limits. I'm going to play and do whatever I want. And whenever I feel like it, I'm going to have a drink. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label, of which I've never tried before, but you guys recommended this a couple weeks ago. I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm ready to go. So whenever I feel like taking a shot, I'll have a shot and get nicely buzzed for today's stream. So there you go. What do you mean this is a big bottle? This was the trial size. Trial size Johnny Walker. There you go. In fact, let's start right now. Now, it's 11:19. I probably shouldn't have a shot as of yet, but maybe I will. Okay? Anyway, how cool is that? Because the reason I say this, because many of you probably have no idea. All right? Things haven't always been as good for me. Right now, things are really good, and I'm very happy for that. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Basically, when I did a marathon, I'd be like, oh, for like every $100 that we raise on the marathon, I'll take a shot. So the more you contribute, the more boozed up I'll get. It was a stupid incentive. It was a stupid, way to try to shill. And sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. There were entire marathons. I only had like 4 shots. So therefore, I didn't even really get buzzed because I was doing it over the course of a day. And then there were other marathons where like I'd get like $1,000 in 2 hours and I'd be like, I have to take 10 shots now. Not very smart. Today, I can do whatever I want. I'm not going to be doing this dumb stuff, asking for contributions and saying, hey, let's do shots for 100. I just do whatever I want. All right. So that definitely, I can't wait to try it. This is the better one because they have, isn't there 3 kinds of Johnny Walker? Isn't there red label, black label, and isn't there even a third one that's like even more expensive? I'm not sure. But I want to try. I think this is like the middle one, is it not? This is its age 12 years. So it's probably not the crappiest one. This is, for the record, this is a blended Scotch whiskey. And I think it's supposed to be pretty good. Is it Blue Label? People are saying Blue Label is like the most expensive one. I didn't see that one. I mean, they probably had it. I didn't know. I just grabbed. People had said Black Label a couple weeks ago. I'm like, all right, I'll try Black Label. If it's smoky, I'm going to love it. I love smoky Scotch. I don't know. It doesn't really say. I hope it has a smoky flavor to it. I like smoky and I like salty. I had like that sea salt flavor. I really like that too. So I guess we'll see what it tastes like in a bit. All right, I'm probably not going to take a shot yet. But, okay, actually... Oh, really? Mozzie says Blue Label is great, but avoid the red. So the cheap one, you don't like. It's not that it's cheap, but the cheapest one isn't that good, really? Okay. Well, we'll see. Anyway, let's do some shout-outs because we already have some contributions coming in. So before I get too backlogged, we have Koopa Loop 412, who became a member this morning. That's our first membership of the day. Thanks to Koopa Loop. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Koopa Loop 412? 412. There we go. By the way, if you want to know, Phil, what's this lighting theme you have today? It's Cash Money. I told AI to generate me a Cash Money themed background, and that's what we've got today. So it's supposed to be like coins and money falling from the sky. So the price is right today, that's for sure. We've got, whoa. Thank you so very much. I'm going to get to that. We're doing shout-outs right now. Lance Catamaran is our first gifted sub of the day. Thank you so much to Lance Catamaran for our first sub of the day over on Kick. Appreciate that. Then we've got Genesis Gaming SWE, 45 months as an ongoing member of the channel, a long-running supporter. And he said, I am so excited to see all that's going to happen today. Big ups, let's go. Me too. I think it's going to be a great day of variety and fun. This is the first marathon in ages that it's about having fun, not fundraising. Get it? Fun, not fundraising. That's cool. That we just chill and have a great time, maybe upgrade the setup, play various games, drink, and just, enjoy each other's company instead of it being like, I need money, money, money. I'm so tired of doing it. This week has been so refreshing that I didn't have to do it. I'm so happy. I never want to do it ever again. Seriously. That's right. Instead of fundraising, it's fundraising. A fundraising stream. There you go. That's a good one, Cabal. Okay. Dark88 with a $20 super chat says, for your new setup. Thank you to Dark. I appreciate that very much. Oops. Thank you so much for the contribution. And then Jimmy Shosho 7414 with a whopping monster $50 super chat says, sip that Walker right now. Right now. All right, let's get Jimmy on the leaderboard. Maybe I will take a shot. We'll see. Jimmy Shosho. What a generous super chat. Thank you so very much. Oh, by the way, today is the very last day where we are doing fall animations and the fall backdrop with the turkeys. So everyone say goodbye to the turkeys for the year today. They're getting retired until next November, okay? As of Sunday, because tomorrow is my day off, as of Sunday when I come back from my day off, everything will be Christmas. Full Christmas-themed fun here on DSP Gaming starting this Sunday. We're going to have new animations. We're going to have new decorations. We're going to have new lighting, new pop-up celebrations with actual sound effects that are themed towards the holiday season all month long. The turkey's upset. He says, wait, you're getting rid of me? I'm sorry. You're only supposed to be around for Thanksgiving. I like you a lot. You're cute, but you got to go away for another year. Poor guy. Maybe we'll bring him out randomly. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Christmas begins Sunday. That's going to be awesome. And by the way, I just want to give a preview shout out on Monday, December 1st. Wings of Redemption returns to the show for his second ever appearance. He will be here and we will have a nice interview. It's very similar to the one we had a month ago, but now we have a lot more to talk about, right? A month has passed. We want to talk about what's happened with Call of Duty in the last month. We're going to talk about what's been going on with him in the last month because, man, some messed up stuff. And again, we talk about trolls harassing me. He gets it bad too, just as bad. The messed up stuff that they do to him. But I don't just want to talk about that. I want to talk about being a streamer. Did you know that Wings has actually been a streamer longer than me? Like, he actually was making YouTube videos like 6-7 months before I ever did. So it's like two OGs just hanging out and talking about being a creator over the years. It's fun. The last discussion was great, but I felt like that was more of an icebreaker and that we'll have a lot of fun on Monday continuing the conversation. So be here for the podcast on Monday morning if you want to see that. That's going to be great. This week is a shorter week coming up, 4 days. It's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for me, but I'm off Thursday, Friday because I have like actual IRL commitments. But it's going to be good. We're going to be continuing with all the playthroughs. Super Mario Galaxy 2, Tormented Souls 2. There's going to be some Call of Duty in there. There's going to be some Pokemon in there. Just good variety of stuff this week. Okay, mixing it up until we get into new stuff. Because when I come back from my days off next week, we got Metroid Prime 4, the Marvel Tokon Beta. I think there's this game called like Project Violet or something that's like a dinosaur horror game on PlayStation. There's all this stuff going on in early December to check out. So it's going to be a really busy early part of the month, okay? Okay. Good stuff. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. I was going to do another shout out because we had a couple more contributions here. So it's 8 Chess Pawns. Did a $2 super chat, says, Happy Thanksgiving. Could you play more Clover Pit? Well, I got the demo of Clover Pit and I played it. And to be honest, I liked it. But see, here's the thing with Clover Pit. I think what they were going with Clover Pit, they were trying to get the game to be very similar to Balatro. And if you haven't played Balatro, if you're a fan of poker, you would really like Balatro because it takes the game of poker and it adds in all of these interesting variables and factors. And it feels very, very unique. You know, different decks that have different variables that affect your hand. And it's really not a game of poker. You're trying to make a score with a poker hand. I think what they went with Clover Pit, they wanted to do the same thing, but instead of poker, slots. But I think there may be one determining factor that honestly I don't like. Slots are random. Like when you're playing in Balatro, a lot of what happens is dependent on how you're playing and your hand that you've held. You don't really control the stuff that's going on in Clover Pit. At least from what I saw when we played the demo, it just didn't give me that impression that it's more a game that you really can control that much. It's just random. It's pretty much just as random as real slots. So I don't know if it's really that good of a game for like long-term play. I played the demo. I was like, all right, I see what it is, but I don't know if people would ever want to see it again. You know, I guess I would have to buy it, which is fine. It's like a few bucks, not a big deal. But I don't know. Would you guys want to see Clover Pit? Again, I'm open today to playing anything. We can play any game you guys want. We'll probably do some polls in the chats to see what you guys want live. Dude, I'll do whatever you want. We got all day. We literally have all day to hang out, and we don't have any time constraints or money constraints or nothing. Dude, I'll buy whatever game. It's all good. So let's see what you guys really want to do today. I'm down for it. Tobamaru with a €10 super chat says, Cheers, King. Let's get this fun weekend started. Thank you, Tobamaru. No in euros. I think that's probably the equivalent of about $12. So thank you for that. Thank you so much for your support. Okay. Jade says, can you get the Home Alone tip animation? I like Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, or the Polar Express. We have a Polar Express one. The one that we have for Home Alone that I like is the one it's stolen credit card. It's like Tim Curry pulls the credit card out from Kevin, and he goes, stolen credit card? Except this year, I'm actually going to get to try to say stolen credit card. Like, previous, it was just the animation. I'm actually going to try to get the audio clip. He's like, stolen credit card? That's going to be funny as hell. So I'm going to see if I can get those actual sound effects or things from the movies and sync them. But I don't know if I will. I got to see what I can find on the internet. So I'll work on that tomorrow. It should be pretty good. There's a few. I think there's 2 or 3 in there that are Home Alone themed animations that I use. And there's some other great ones too. So good stuff. What's up, Chris? Good morning. How are you? Fantastic Nebraska fan says, "What's the furthest you got in Balatro?" Oh, I've finished runs, but I don't remember how many runs I finished. I don't remember how many decks I unlocked. I also haven't played it since like January. Let's look. I'm actually booting it up right now. Let's see. Play. Here, you want to take a quick look? We can do this. You ask, I answer. Here's the decks that I had. We had a red deck, blue deck, yellow deck, green deck, black deck, and ghost deck. Abandoned deck. Checkered deck. I had all these. And checkered deck. So I had a bunch of the decks unlocked, but a bunch I did not unlock, as you can see. Yeah, I beat it quite a few times, I think, to get all those, right? I think so. But I mean, it's been a long time. Like I said, I haven't played it since January, so I'd probably have to get, warmed up on it. I play that today if you want. I love that game. That game is fun because I really like poker, so it's a fun game. Have I ever played SnowRunner? I have never played SnowRunner. What is it? Let me look, because people mentioned this the other day, too. Let's look. SnowRunner. Get ready for the next generation of off-roading. Oh, I've seen this before. See, I feel like, I don't know, like, here's the thing about SnowRunner. It's a serious sim game, right? Like, it's legitimately serious, trying to sim being like an off-roading trucker or whatever. I don't know if I want to get that serious. Like, I like having fun and chilling, but I don't know if a serious sim game like that would be too relaxing. It might end up being more frustrating, honestly, because I don't know anything about trucking. Jade says, can we play Call of Duty today? I want to play Call of Duty today. I do. But I think if we play it today, it's not going to be serious gunplay. It might just be like running around stabbing people, especially if I drink. If I have a shot or 2 or 5 or 10, I'm going to be like tipsy. I'm not going to be able to play it seriously. So maybe just run around, doing silly stuff. Maybe I could do a handgun challenge or like a stabbing challenge rather than it being sniping and shit, because I can't even shoot when I'm sober. How am I supposed to hit anyone when I'm drunk? Can I take a shot? I can, but it is 11:30 in the morning. I was hoping to wait till noon before I take my first shot, if you don't mind. Mad TV wants to do an interview reviewing Call of Duty experiences with you. I'm horrible at Call of Duty. What on earth would he want to ask me about experiences? I'm terrible at Call of Duty. I used to be better. I'm horrible at it this year. Like, I really haven't done anything with the game. Flatbush Tommy says, well, it's 2:30 here. Well, that's true. It is happy hour somewhere in the world at all times. That is true. That is technically true. You're right. So, anyway, how is everyone doing today? Did everyone have a great Thanksgiving? I hope so. I hope that everyone had a great day. I had a great day. So basically what happened was, thank you so much to Zucchini Legs for 5 gifted memberships on YouTube. Thank you, Zucchini Legs. That's our most memberships of the day so far. By far. Let's get that on the leaderboard. 5, right? 5 memberships. Cool. Thank you, thank you. Congrats on everyone who's getting a membership. Enjoy these zillion emotes that I have on this channel. Game Boy, how are you? It's going well. Thank you for asking. If you ever wonder, because I know many of you are new viewers of the channel, if you look at my YouTube channel and you're like, damn, Phil has a lot of emotes. Why does he have so many? You might even notice that a lot of YouTubers don't even have nearly as many emotes as I have. So a few years ago, this weird loophole was discovered in the YouTube system for memberships that if you use a VPN and you sign into YouTube claiming like you're another country, like let's say you say, I live in Argentina, YouTube sells memberships at extremely discounted rates for countries where their currency is way low value. So, for example, in Argentina, you can buy 50 memberships for like 25 cents. So what ended up happening was my trolls thought it would be funny, like 4 or 5 years ago, to buy as many discounted memberships as possible. And there was one month, no exaggeration, I had like over 3,000 1,000 memberships. It was insane, okay? It was absolutely wild. And because of that, because I had so many memberships, I didn't really make much on them. Like, I made a few bucks, but it unlocked an insane amount of emote slots, and I keep them. So, like, forever, I have, like, insane amount of custom emotes for the channel. So, Birdie Berry did a $20 super chat and apparently seems to be advertising some kind of AI. Well, I don't even know what you're talking about, but thanks for 20 bucks. I'm certainly not going to look into it now. Seriously, they did like some kind of a big paragraph advertisement about AI or something in the chat. Well, great. Thanks for 20 bucks. If you're interested in having me check out stuff like that, you can always email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com, or you can DM me on X. My X is at they call me DSP. On a live stream, I'm not going to entertain this kind of stuff. I'm with an audience right now chilling. I'm not going to be like, hey, let's just drop everything to go investigate some AI stuff. No, we're not doing that. But thanks for 20 bucks. I appreciate that. Okay. Cool. So anyway, where was I? I got distracted. What was I saying? Oh, Thanksgiving. Right. So, I've been yesterday after the big stream, okay? After the big stream that we had of just chilling, talking about Thanksgiving, and then we had a Pokemon stream, right? I basically hurried up and tried to do thumbnails. I did a special video about what I was most thankful for Thanksgiving. So if you missed that, that is now the featured video on the channel. You can give it a look. I'll probably leave it up as the featured video over the weekend, honestly. And then I went downstairs and dinner was ready. And we had some really good food. We had a marinated turkey breast roast, which was garlic, herb flavor, and it had the skin on. Oh, it was delicious. Okay, I sliced it up. We had these juicy slices with like a turkey-flavored gravy on it. Homemade mashed potatoes. It was golden mashed potatoes, so had a unique flavor. I like how it has a little bit of chunk in there, but it's also like very creamy, tasty homemade mashed potatoes my wife had made. And also a green bean casserole, which was just like green beans with some of those breaded fried onion things. And like you mix it with like a cream of mushroom soup and you bake it in the oven. It comes out gooey but delicious. We had stuffing. And that was the easy thing, just stovetop stuffing. We like stuffing and we like the stovetop stuff. We weren't going to go crazy making our own stuffing. It'd be too much work. 2 kinds of cranberry sauce. We had the jellied and we had the one that had the real cranberries in it. We had 2 different kinds of cranberry sauce that we had. What else? Dude, there was more. What else was there? I know, like rolls. Like we had little rolls that we put butter on. And I can't remember. I think that was it for dinner. Okay. So basically it's like, you need 2 plates. There's no way that you can have that all on one plate. You said 2 plates, one with the turkey and the gravy and the stuffing and the other with everything else. And it was super duper good. Super delicious. And we had an apple pie, but there was no way that we could eat the apple pie because the dinner already was so filling. And the good news is, we have leftovers. So that's what I'm eating today on stream later today. I'll actually have some of the Thanksgiving meal leftovers, which will be awesome to have on stream with all of you here today. Show you what my wife did because she's a good cook. And then later in the day, what we did is we kind of relaxed. We had a nice relaxing afternoon, evening together. We watched there's a dog show that I don't know which one it is. It's not Westminster. It was a different one. There's like a dog show that goes on every Thanksgiving, and we watched some of the dog show because that was cute. We like the little dogs. And watched a couple things. I'm not going to tell you exactly what we watch because sometimes we watch YouTubers and stuff, but God forbid I tell you what YouTubers I watch because then people will go harass them. But we watch a few YouTube videos, stuff like that. Just relaxing and having a good time together. And then after that, we each had a piece of pie, apple pie. And it was okay. We were looking actually for like a high-end pie place near us. Sadly, there are none. The furthest or the closest one is like an hour away. And we could have ordered, but that place does like $55 pies. They're like this big and this thick. They showed a piece of apple pie. It was like this. It was like insane amounts of slices of apple. I was like, oh my God. The thing is, like, would we like that? Sure, we would. But we're never going to eat it all. Like, it's 2 of us. So we'd each have like 1 piece, maybe 1 more. That week we have another piece. We'll never eat the whole pie. So, it's just insane, the pies that this place makes. So I just had to get like a supermarket pie. It was like a supermarket apple pie. It was okay. The apples tasted good, but the crust, it was, like, not that good. The crust was, like, very bland. You know, like, when you get a crust that has good flavor, either like a graham cracker flavor or something like that, that's the best crust, and this crust is just, like, crumbles apart, has, like, no flavor to it. So all you really taste is apple. Like, well, I like apple, but I coulda just eaten an apple then, you know? I don't know. It's supermarket pie. What are you gonna do? Um, so that's what we had for dessert. And, actually, in reality, we went to sleep early. We were tired because, as I told you yesterday, my next door neighbors were on a vacation for a week. They came back at 6:30 in the morning on Thanksgiving morning, and they woke us up crazy early. So we were like, "Oh my god," they were making noise like, "Oh my god, it's 6:30 in the morning. We're trying to, sleep." And of course, Jasper, our cat, woke up, and once he wakes up, he doesn't want to go back to sleep. He just wants to he's running around now like, "Oh." So basically, we lost like a couple hours of sleep yesterday. So we got super duper tired early. And we were like, "Whatever, we'll go to sleep." I actually did my workout too. I worked out, earlier than I usually would, and basically kind of like passed out, so tired. Um, and then I ended up getting up a little bit earlier today too. So yeah, and that was it. That was our Thanksgiving. It was a more relaxing day. Food was great, relaxing vibes, and it was a good time to spend with my wife, just have a nice half of the day where we're just hanging out and not really have to do anything. Because that's the thing, a lot of the time when I have a day off with my wife, we're busy. Like coming up this next week, not tomorrow, but next week when we're gonna have a couple of days together, it's like appointment, shopping, restocking here, driving here, like hustle and bustle, crazy shit. We can't just relax. So it was nice to just have a half a day to just relax. Very, very good. Okay. How are your guys' holiday? What did you guys do? Anything fun? Anything interesting or different? How about this? How many of you out there don't do the traditional Thanksgiving meal? Are there any of you out there that like you never do that? You never do turkey and stuffing. Instead, you always eat something like completely different from that? Because I've heard of that there's some people that just traditionally they just don't like turkey. They do other stuff like ham. But for me, it's always been like turkey, turkey, turkey. Every Thanksgiving, it's always turkey. Zucchini Leg says we do filet mignon. You do filet mignon steaks? The villain says I worked and got 1.5 times pay for it. Hey, listen, respect. Making ends meet, making the money. If you got nothing better to do, or if you need the money, I've been there. I've been in that grind before in my life, had a lot of, jobs here and there and all over the place. And, working on a holiday, you got to do what you got to do, right? So much respect there. Hopefully, if you worked on the holiday, people were respectful to you. Because what gets me is when people go out on a holiday and then they're pissed at you. It's like, dude, I'm working on Thanksgiving. Why are you giving me hell today? Like, can't you be nice? It's supposed to be a holiday. Can we be nice to each other today? Why you gotta act like such a jerk? I hate that. Like, everyone should be nice to each other on the holidays, especially, you're working on the holiday. That's ridiculous. Okay? Well, Stuart says I'm British. We don't do it. Well, right. We're talking American Thanksgiving was yesterday. I know that Canada has a Thanksgiving, but it's in October. Some countries still have a Thanksgiving, but it's different for everyone, right? For us, to be honest, our Thanksgiving is now a day of you get together with your family, you eat, and you give thanks. And or if you're crazy, you go shopping, which I don't know why you would do that. That's what Black Friday's for. Um, that's it. Like I know at one point it was supposed to be, well, the pilgrims came over from Europe and they were suffering and they didn't know what to do in the winter. And then the Native Americans came and shared the harvest and showed them how to survive. And then they sat down and broke bread together. Do you really believe that happened like that? Realistically, do you actually think this really happened? I mean, maybe there was some kind of an interaction there at one point. I'm pretty sure historically this exact occurrence didn't happen, but that's what they teach kids. It's like supposed to be like, you know, yeah, of course that happened. Yes, yes, very realistic. Of course, right? But anyway, um, yeah. So for me, it's more like just be sure that it's a day that you observe at least a moment of your day where you're thankful for things that you have in your life. There's so many of us that we get caught up in just living, just surviving, just getting through the day. that we don't actually take a moment to, instead of focusing on all the crap we have to do that we don't like, that we actually sit down and focus on the stuff we do like, and or the fact that we're better off than we think we are. So many people, oh, I hate this. I hate that this didn't happen to me. I didn't get the promotion. I don't get paid enough at work. I don't get out of this. Yeah, but are you healthy? Do you have awesome friends? Do you have some family members that you care about and care about you? Do you have pets? Do you have nice things in your house? Are you going to have something to eat that you enjoy? You got to focus on the positives and be grateful for them. Because no matter how bad off you are, chances are there's probably someone else who's worse off than you. Right now, there's countries on the other side of the planet where every day they don't know if their house is going to explode. I wish that wasn't like, it's not a joke. Like, that's how it is. There's countries where, like, there's no actual order and there's, crime and chaos every day and people are getting murdered. We don't live in that world. We're lucky. We live in a place where it's relatively safe. We have nice things and we should be grateful for them, right? I think a lot of people forget that fact, or they just haven't been exposed to reality yet, so they don't realize how it is in other places, right? But yeah, so, it was a nice day. It was a nice day to relax and spend with my wife and be grateful and thankful for the things that I have and the fact that things are so crazy good right now. And I hope that you all had a great day too, right? World Cup? Oh, I don't know anything about the World Cup. I'm not a sports guy, for the record, because many of you, again, may not know. Maybe you're just being reintroduced to me or introduced to me for the first time this week. I'm not a sports guy. When I was younger, I was into baseball, and I liked the Mets. New York Mets was my team. And then I got into American football for a while, and the New York Jets were my team. And then in the mid-2000s, I followed American football again, and I actually liked all the, like, northeastern U.S. teams, so, like, the Giants, the Patriots, that kind of stuff. That was the era of, like, Eli Manning versus Peyton Manning, the two brothers that were quarterbacks going against each other. I liked football during that time, but that was really it. I haven't followed sports since. For me, here's the thing. I totally understand people who like sports. I get it. It's exciting. You watch the games, you get into it, you get adrenaline. Oh, they're going to make the play, they're going to score. I love it. I do. Like, I actually get into that too. It's exciting stuff. But it's a lot of time investment, is it not? Like, if you're going to follow a season of a sport, you've got to watch so many games. You've got to be following the players and their stats. You get into things like the fan fantasy leagues. You got to buy the merch. You got to go and watch the games with friends partying. And it's like, it's very, very tiresome. There's a lot of energy expended there to even keep up with what's going on. And if you miss 1 week, that may be it for your team. Like, literally, oh, I missed it this week. I was busy. I couldn't watch the game. Your team's out. What? What happened? So, for me, I just really don't go ahead into. And the funny part is, I live in a suburb of Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington is a huge sports city. We have baseball team, the Mariners. We have a American football team, the Seahawks. We actually have a hockey team. I forgot, the Kraken, I think they are. And I think we have a soccer, like football. It's in the worldwide, you guys call it football. Here we call it soccer. I think we have a soccer team too. So we have like 4 sports teams here. I still don't get into it. I know. I still just don't really like care that much about it because it's just too much to follow. It was funny because right before I moved here in 2014. Previously, I'd always lived on the East Coast of the United States, but I moved here in 2014 and I guess this area was just coming off of a Super Bowl win. They had won the Super Bowl, which is the big game, the final game, and won the championship of American football. So everyone here was wearing the jerseys. Everyone had the merch. Everyone had the bumper stickers. Every store you walked into, go Seahawks. And then the next year, they got to the Super Bowl and they choked. They choked at the Super Bowl. They're actually going to win, and they lost. They bumbled the play that would have won the Super Bowl for them. And then after that, they have never, ever gotten to the game again. So it's just kind of funny. Like, I showed up right after the big sports boom here, so I don't really follow sports. I mean, I could, but it would be kind of disappointing every year. You get far and you're like, oh, then you choke at the end or you lose. That's how it always was. When I used to follow the New York Mets baseball team and the New York Jets American football team, they would always do good in the season. Then halfway through the season, they would fall apart and just suck. And it became such a deflating thing to like a team, and then they just all of a sudden such a disappointment. Damn. They could have been good, but no. Yet again, they suck. So anyway, yeah, so I really don't follow sports these days. So when you say, "Oh, the World Cup is coming up this Friday," I'm like, I don't know anything about it. I probably would if I was a sports guy. I'd know all about it. I don't. I'm just totally disconnected from the world of sports. Not something that I'm too interested in. You'll also notice I don't really play sports video games. It's a rarity if I play any sports video games. And if it is, it's usually like a one-off. Well, I'll play through it for a little bit, suck at it, rage, and then move on to something else and not play it again. So my stream title is still Thanksgiving related. On Kick, it didn't save. All right, hold on. Thank you for telling me. Because it says DSP's Black Friday Marathon on YouTube. Did it not save on Kick? It didn't. Well, that sucks. Let me fix it. So anyone watching on Kick has the wrong information. That sucks. And also, it says I'm playing Pokemon, which I'm not. Thank you for telling me, because I swear I changed it yesterday, but sometimes this happens on Kick where it seems like it doesn't save. All right, well, now it says it's Black Friday. Hopefully now people will show up, because that sucks. If they saw Thanksgiving Pokemon, they're probably like, I don't want to be here. It's not Pokemon. We're not doing Pokemon today at all. We will do Pokemon later in the week, but not today. Okay? So that sucks. Okay. Thank you for telling me so that I could fix that, because that really sucked that it was set wrong. I got a $1 tip. I'm looking into your content. Someone brought up Mega Bonk. Did you play it? I can't find it. No, I never played it. We could play it today. I bought it. I just bought it, and we can play it today for the first time if you want. I've never tried it. I didn't even know about it until like a week or two ago. Someone just randomly mentioned it, and I looked at it in the Steam store, and I was like, "Is it good? Like, it looks weirdly random. It looks like one of those games that's just like chaotic as hell for the sake of being chaotic as hell, and you play it for like one hour or something and never touch it again. But I don't know. Maybe it's addictive. Maybe it's good. I don't know. But I have it. We can play it today. It's a roguelike. I'll do whatever you want today. You want me to try that Ball X Pit game? You want me to try? I downloaded Where Winds Meet. The thing was like 100 gigs, so I got that. That's free, right? I find it hard to believe it's free. How much you want to bet it's free for like an hour, and then you have to spend, or else like you're stuck and you can't advance or something? Because how are they gonna make money on it? It's a giant game, and it's free. I don't know how that works. King Gabriel, how are you today? Good to see you. It's 3D Vampire Survivors. Oh, I never played Vampire Survivors. So there you go. Yeah, I never played Vampire Survivors, so. It has a $40,000 boat. Oh, $40,000 for a boat in Where Winds Meet. You guys want to get that today? Let's buy the boat and then let's crash it. Let's just crash the boat, and then we'll make a video that goes viral about it. What do you think? Like the people who on release day of a new console, they stand outside for like 2 days straight. They get the console, they go outside the store, they smash it on the concrete, and they make a video about it. You know? Why not? I have a lot of people in here. I mean, the attendance is good because attendance has been good all week. All week, my attendance has been good on my streams, and I'm very happy for that. Like, thank you all who are coming by and hanging out with me. You got to understand, like, my attendance has literally been doubled all week. Normally, I'd have around 200 to 300 tops, and all week I've had consistently 300, 400, sometimes 500 viewers on YouTube. Kick has also been doubled. My Kick attendance is usually like 70 people, if. Now I've gotten over 100 consistently, pretty much all week. I don't know. I think I might have goofed because I named the Kick stream wrong. We may have less today. That's on me. I named it wrong. So hopefully more people will check out the Kick stream over the course of the day, because I guess it was misnamed. That's what else can I say besides oops? Okay, shout out to C-Boy Slim, who has become a super supporter today. Thank you. That is actually the middle level of supporter. That's worth a little more. That's worth like $7 or $8, I think. I want to say it's like $7. So thank you for that. And then we have King Gabriel with a $2 super sticker, a smiling Shiba Inu. Thank you very much, King Gabriel. It's good to see you. How's everything going? Mega Bump isn't a very deep game. You can get into it, try a few rounds. If you don't like it, you can get the refund. I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna refund games, man. Like if I buy it and I legit try it, I'm not gonna refund it. Like refunds are for like you buy a game, it doesn't work, right? Like for example, I bought this year. I bought the RoboCop expansion, the DLC expansion on PC. I played it for less than 2 hours, and I got to this one spot where it soft locked. Like there was no way to make advancement. You would touch this console and the game would crash. And I was like, well, that's stupid. Like I can't advance. And I tried it 3-4 times on stream. It just crashed every time. Like, well, I can't play it. Then you get a refund because the game's messed up, right? Like if you buy a game and you just don't like it, I'm not going to refund it. I don't need my money back. It's a few bucks, right? What is it, $5, $10? They can keep the money and continue to make good games. That's fine with me. Yeah, it was really annoying. I mean, sadly, that's the thing with PC gaming is you get those situations and you just got to kind of accept it. You have to say, well, I'm going to get the best graphics, right? Probably the best overall, a way wider selection and library of games than if I was a console gamer. But you're going to essentially get a bunch of games that end up having these kind of issues, bugs, and, they're not finished or they crash, and you got to kind of deal with that, right? Exactly. No Sleep Real Vibe says, Black Friday real-life shopping can be hectic. Thank God we got online shopping. Dude, all right. I got to call this out. You ready? Pet peeve of mine. Got to call out a pet peeve right now. You go online to see what's on sale, and they say, doorbuster deal. What door is being busted? It's an online sale. The phrase doorbuster originates from physical sales on Black Friday when people actually rush the doors of a physical retail store and bust them down to try to get the cheap products. The one PC that they actually have at like Best Buy or Walmart that's $300 because they only have one in stock. The rest are more expensive, but they claim they have it. So everyone rushes the door to try to get the one PC for $300. Or the stupid $200, giant TV that's a piece of garbage that probably has 10 dead pixels when you buy it and it blows out within 2 months. Those are the door busters, okay? There's no such thing as an online door buster. You're not busting any door. Literally, the sale is there and you buy it and nothing happens. You're not competing against anyone else to get the product. They have a ton of it. There's no idea of competition to get something by charging the door and busting it down. The reason they call it that is because they're trying to act like it's a big deal and you should get it. So it kind of like adds emphasis and hype on something that probably isn't even that big of a sale. And then doorbuster deal, it's so good. No, they're probably trying to sell you junk. A lot of the times, I've worked many retail jobs, okay? When I worked at Circuit City, okay, and Best Buy, I worked at both, Circuit City when they used to exist, and I worked at Best Buy. No exaggeration, the doorbuster deals were one of two things. Either PCs that were literally shipped in only for sale on Black Friday, you knew they'd be gone, and then you never have them again. So it's like a one-day deal, or trying to get rid of old stock, like old shit that we don't want anymore because it's outdated. So you mark it down a little bit, and you try to sell it and act like it's a deal, when in reality, it's an older PC no one wanted anyway. But, it's a deal now, so buy it. So people are buying old shit. Like, that's the doorbusters. There was never really that big of a discount. I think the biggest sale I ever saw was like DVDs back when everyone bought physical media. You could get like 5 DVDs for like $25. So, a DVD that's normally like $20 was like $5. That gives you an idea how much money that they would make selling physical media. They would be making insane profits, but they're trying to liquidate the inventory to make room for more. So they try to sell it at like a super cheap rate. I saw stuff like that. But outside of that, there was never really that big of a deal. You know what we used to do? How dirty this is? You ready for this? So I worked at Circuit City. I worked in the computer department, okay? The night before Black Friday, or the 2 days before Black Friday, because Thanksgiving we'd have off. So it was like Wednesday night, right? They would print us out at night all the new tags for Friday, for the doorbusters and all that. And so let's say, for example, there'd be a hard drive, okay? And the hard drive sells for $150, okay? Here's the new tag. It would say, Black Friday deal, Regular price, $220, now on sale for $150. What are you talking about? The normal price is $150. It's not on sale. But didn't you know that the actual list price of that hard drive originally, like 3 years ago, was $220? So technically, we're not lying to the customer, even though it's actually not a sale. They think it is, and they'll buy it. So you actually didn't reduce the price at all. You're selling it for normal price, and the tag says it's a sale, and it's not. Those are the Black Friday sales, how they used to be. Now, I don't know if they're still like that anymore, but that's exactly what we used to do. It's so underhanded, the shit. I'm like, oh my God, just to try to sell some garbage, you know? But you're selling the same exact product for the same price. These people are fooled. There's so many places, like, here's something you might not realize. Any of these discount stores, like let's say TJ Maxx, Marshalls. What's the other one in my area? There's like 3 in my area. We have something called Burlington, okay? Or any of these stores that are known to be discount stores. Ross, that's the other one I was thinking of, Ross, okay? They don't have Black Friday sales. They don't exist. Those stores are already discount stores. So if you go into them, the prices are already slashed. What do you think they're going to do? Sell it at a double slash? It's the same. People go in there on like Black Friday and they're like, oh, big sale. There's no sale. It's the same price. I don't know why people think that. Like, it's always the same. But they run in there thinking there's a big deal. Or here's another one. Any of the designer clothing stores, they also don't have Black Friday sales. They claim they do, but their prices are usually the same sale they always have. They don't change it, but they just say Black Friday, but it's the same exact price. So most people who rush out to try to buy stuff today don't really end up getting a deal. They just get so caught up with consumerism, they're just buying stuff at normal price, and they don't realize it. But online sales do exist. I can contest to this. Last year, I bought that PC I'm using right now to capture and stream, and it was on sale for like, I want to say it was like $1,650 or $1,700. And right after the Black Friday sale ended, it shot up to like 21 and change. So I saved like 400 plus on it just because I bought it for the Black Friday sale. But in general, the physical stuff, you're not going to get a deal. Online, apparently, you can get some really good stuff. We're going to look today. What kind of stuff am I looking for today? A new controller, because I use this Xbox Microsoft Elite 2 controller for everything, and it's just not good for everything. You guys probably haven't seen it yet if you're a newcomer. I have a callus on my thumb. It's a lump right here. It's actually hard to see now, but I have a callus on my thumb from playing Hollow Knight Silksong, because that game needed such intense platforming, jumping, dodging. My thumb kept rubbing this rock-hard button that's on the Elite 2 controller, and it literally made a blister and a callus on my thumb that still hasn't gone away a month after beating the game. Frustrating. So I want to get a better controller. I'm going to look for a new Lego build. For those who don't know, this is not a real Game Boy. This is the Lego Game Boy. We built it together on stream last month. It's really cool, by the way. If you're looking for a good Game Boy build, I recommend it. Take a look at this. It's got a realistic cartridge that comes out of the thing, so it looks like a real Game Boy. It actually has moving knobs. The buttons feel like a real Game Boy's buttons. The D-pad moves like a D-pad. It's actually a really cool Game Boy build, or a Lego build, if you like retro gaming and stuff. So anyway, we built this last month, and I said, hey, we'll just put it into the backdrop for November. It's been there the whole month. It's been really cool, right? So I want to find another cool Lego build, and most of them are all on sale. They're almost every single one of them is on sale today, like giant sale, okay? Now, in addition to that, by the way, I'm going to shout out that super chat in 1 second. In addition to that, I'm looking for upgrades to the office. A corner desk that I can use right here, so that instead of having this rolling fiberboard piece of garbage desk that I use, and this laptop desk here, I can just have a real desk. And then if I have a real desk, now I can have actual monitors here, whether 2 monitors or 1 maybe ultra-wide monitor, and that'll be for monitoring the stream. I can see your chats. I can see the stream stats. I could do it all right here. And then I could turn it. This here would be my gaming monitor. And I want to get a really good one that has very low response time, you know, good hertz or whatever it is, whatever. So That would be neat. But the thing is, if I do that, then I'm no longer using my TV, and that means I need to get speakers. So I need to buy speakers that I can then put on that side of the room so I can hear the audio of the games because I'm not going to be using the TV speakers anymore, right? Then I need a new chair because this chair is incredibly low to the ground and has no height adjustment. I didn't know that when I bought it, but it's a very just basic low to the ground chair. So I'd have to get chair. And then if I buy new monitors, I got to buy HDMI cables for the monitors, you see? So it's like, it all adds up. It's like, I want to get this. Oh, wait, now I need this. Wait, now I need this. Now I need this. So today we might spend a good amount of time on this if we want. If you guys don't find it entertaining or interesting, we don't have to do it together at all. But I thought, hey, the price is right. It's Black Friday. All the sales are today. So I'm thinking that today is the day to do it, right? We could do it together and you can help me choose. We could look at products together and you guys can help me choose what products to get. Trust me, you know more better than I do. You really do. You guys are going to know way better than I do about this stuff. And if I get top of the line, I can buy top of the line. I can afford it. It's whatever we want to do. If I want to buy a $1,000 monitor today, I can get that. Or I can get like a cheap monitor. You know, it doesn't really matter. I just want to have good performance for the streams. I want to have stuff that it's going to allow me to make good content for you guys. Not, I'm trying to play Call of Duty and for some bizarre reason, I can't kill anyone because my bullets don't have any effect, but they insta-kill me. Like, what's going on? Is it the monitor response rate? I don't know what it is, you know? So, okay. So Tsar Gustav with 110 Turkish. Is that the Turkish currency? I think it is. Hold on one second. Let me check because I got to remember this now. It is Turkish lira. The lira. So it's 110 Turkish. That's $2.59. He says, hey, Phil, I read in the news that Media Markt in Italy mistakenly sold iPads for 15 euros, then asked for them back via email for a 20 euro discount coupon. Obviously, no one did it. Well, usually mistakes, you know, that's not necessarily the intended sale, right? Like, that's just a goof on their part. Six Hybrid says, be sure to get the 2.1 HDMI cables. Oh, I know. You have to get the best ones, right? They're not even the right, they're different color. Aren't they red or orange looking? They're not blue anymore. They're the good ones that have the best data rate. They're like the orange tinged HDMI cables. Yeah, I need to get those. Okay. All right, folks. You know what? We're having a good time today, are we not? We're off to a good start. So I think it's time to give this guy a taste. I've never had Johnny Walker Black Label before. DisplayPort might be better. You're right, Bandit. If I'm gonna do the gaming stuff, I probably want to maybe do DisplayPort. If I don't know if there's a high-end DisplayPort cable to buy. I don't know anything about this. I might want to get DisplayPort. There you go. Samp just did a 5 pound super chat. Says, before you shop, you need a shot. Here's to your first one of the day. I'll have one with you. Cheers. I'm about to do that. We're of like mind. I was just about to have my first shot, and then you said that. So there you go. Perfect. Okay. So this is Johnny Walker Black Label blended Scotch whiskey, aged 12 years. So it's supposed to be good. I don't know. All right, hold on. Actually, let me get a napkin. I don't want to make a big mess here today with my setup and have it like dribbling all over the place. So hold on. All right, let's see if it's any good. Why such a big bottle? This is the trial size. I told you. Well, it doesn't smell too smoky. It doesn't smell salty. It smells a little sweet, actually. Which is actually a little weird for Scotch. Scotch usually has either smoke or salt. This is like. Well, I hope it's good. Well, let's find out. Okay, here we go. Is it against terms of service to drink on stream? Only if you're retarded. What a question. Anyway, all right. Time for our first shot of the day. Okay. Here we go. All right, my first ever shot of Johnny Walker Black Label. Salute, everyone. Here's to a fun marathon. Let's get started. It's not bad. That's not bad. It's not amazing either. Like, I've had better for sure. But that's not bad. It's a tiny bit left. It's pretty smooth. It is pretty smooth. I like that. It actually doesn't burn as much as some of the other ones. It's a smooth, a smooth feeling going down. And it has a little bit, just a little bit of smokiness, but not a lot. I don't think it really specializes in any flavor. I didn't get too much smoky, no salty. It wasn't that sweet either. It was just kind of generic Scotch flavor, but it was smooth. So that's a good thing. Because I've had ones that are like swallowing needles, and you're like, oh, God, it kills you. All right, good stuff. Well, good start. So you're saying, well, when is Phil going to drink? Whenever I want. If something happens and I feel like drinking, we'll drink. If I want to celebrate, I'll drink. If I don't want to drink, I won't drink. But chances are I'll probably want to drink. I'm not even kidding you. This is the first marathon where I'm not tying anything to anything. There's no goals. There's no financial incentive here. So it's very different. It is. It's weird to not have that. Like in the back of my mind, it's like, well, is it time to have the shot yet? Like, no, I do it whenever I want. I have freedom now. It's bizarre, honestly, to have that freedom because I've never had it before. I've always had to be tied to stuff, and now I'm not anymore, and I'm very happy for that. So again, thank you all for being here and being so awesome and supportive that I don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. Amazing. Okay. All right. So good stuff. And cheers to everyone. If anyone else just had their first shot, cheers to you. Hopefully it was a good one. I don't know what you guys are drinking today. What are you guys drinking? Just curious. If anyone's drinking, what are you guys drinking? Someone said, what's the volume, the alcoholic volume? I think it's just 40%, right? Let me get my glasses. I can't see anything anymore up close. So I need my glasses to read it. Hold on. Yet another reason why I actually need monitors rather than the TV and this monitor way out there. I need monitors up close because I can't read anything anymore. It is. Yeah, it's 40%. So standard. It's not any stronger than regular liquor. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, by the way, since today, we're going to be looking at stuff to buy. I actually brought the tape measure right into the office so we can look at desks and measure to see if it'll fit. If I'm going to get a chair, we can measure to see the height the chair would be, and also monitors. I know there's a difference, 27 versus 32. Right now, hold on a second. I want to see the size of the monitor that I currently use over there because I don't even know the answer to that. Hold on. My current monitor is 24 inches. Let me look at my TV. My TV that I use for gaming is a Sony, and it's a 50-inch TV, 4K, 120 hertz. So it's all the way over there against the wall because it's 50 inches. So if I'm going to get a monitor today, probably, and yes, it's diagonal, exactly. You always go from upper corner to bottom corner. That's how you measure the size of a TV or a monitor. Today, I would likely get a 27 or a 32-inch monitor, right? Is 27 the standard, guys? Is that what everyone uses now, a 27-inch? I think so. I think that's the standard that most gamers are using is a 27-inch monitor, if I'm correct. And then there's a certain distance that you put it from you. It's like the perfect viewing distance. $27 is nice, but it can feel small if you're going to play anything in 4K 32. Okay. So here's my concern. If I get a nice corner desk for right here, and this is my gaming monitor, is it going to be 32 inch? Is it going to be too close? You know what I mean? It has to fit on the desk. If the desk doesn't have a thing Well, actually, I'm gonna have to measure everything because another thing is I can't block the door. Like, I cannot block the door here. What I can do is I can change the setup so that this isn't necessarily right here. Like, I can move this. I could maybe push this back further against the wall because there is some space, and maybe I could rotate the desk so it's actually completely straight this way, and because I need to be able to get in the door. If the desk is blocking the door, I can't even get in the office. So I'd have to figure out the desk, but also the positioning. Oh, that's true too. Tron Gates Legacy says you can always get a monitor arm. You're right. They sell those. You can get an arm. If it's a good desk that's sturdy, you can have an arm that attaches to the desk, and then you could rotate the monitor however you want. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Oh, I actually like that idea. I think that's a better idea than having it just sit on the desk. Huh. Wolf Cola says no bigger than 27 inches if you're sitting at a desk. Really? You think 32 is too big for a desk? So, again, if I have a corner desk right here, this side, right here, what you're looking at right now, this is going to be where I monitor everything. I want to have basically a monitor here that's going to be all the chats and the contributions. And I want the monitor here, or if it's an ultra wide screen, that side of the ultra wide, I want to be monitoring the stream. So that would be OBS, the browser window that has the stream in it right there. Okay? That's what I want this portion to be in front of me. That way, when I'm talking with you, I can look down. I can instantly, it looks better if I'm looking this way and then I react to you rather than imagine if it was like on the side and I'm like this, that's kind of challenging. Now, if I'm using a monitor arm, when I play the games, I could go like this. I could have one monitor, position it here. I could reposition the monitor so that the chat is easily readable while I'm gaming. I didn't even think of that either. I didn't even think of that at all, that I could do it that way. I could have two monitor arms. One could be for the gaming monitor, one or for the other monitor with the chat on it. If it's, I don't know, are these monitor arms good? I haven't ever used one. I'm just into the boom mic shit. And remember, I went through like 4 different boom mic arms. They all sucked. Then I bought the name brand one, the Shure brand. It's the same brand as the mic I have, and it's amazing. It was like junk. Buy the name brand, super good. So I probably would just get like an expensive name brand monitor arm, but I don't know what they are. Yeah, one that, of course, I want one that aims and tilts, like it's fully adjustable. Because that would be cool. Like if everything's here, I could put it down under the camera when I'm doing like podcasting. Like right now, I could adjust them so that they're down and out of the way of the camera. But then when we're gonna game, then I change to the other camera, which would be this. Okay. And then as I turn here and the camera's here, now I can position the game monitor here, and I could have the chat literally on the side, and I could see the chat right next to me, and I can read you guys talking, and I can respond right away. That's my problem right now is like I'm gaming and I'm looking over here, and I'm like kind of looking to see what you guys are saying here. And then if I'm going to adjust, I got to turn it. Maybe I could have a really nice setup where it's smooth, and I can't even move. This chair doesn't move. This chair is actually flat on the ground with no wheels. So there's no way to move the chair around. It's frustrating. I want a real office chair that I can roll around and adjust and move on the fly and be comfortable and be able to roll over here, update the leaderboard, come back over here, you know? Is my PC good enough for 4K high hertz gaming? Yes. Dude, this PC, when I bought it, well, excuse me, to be clear, actually a fan donated it because this all happened before I got this big rise in support last year. A fan donated this PC. It's really good. It will do 4K at higher hertz. But the thing is, I don't know if I want to do that. For games, to be honest, if I want the best response time, okay? If I want the best response time possible, I didn't press the button. Don't I want to do maybe 1440p at the highest hertz? I think that'd be better than 4K. Maybe there will be sometimes when I want to do 4K, and that's fine. But maybe not. Maybe I want to do 1440p instead. That's what I think, because I think that's the best response time for competitive games. Like, that would help Call of Duty a ton, I bet.
Spinning bird kick!
SR Trumbull did a £2 super chat to check out the Samsung Arc Trust. It's fire, 55 inches. What is that? 55 inches is huge. Again, I'd have to have it at the other end of my room again. That wouldn't be able to be on like a desk or anything. That's way too big, right? I'm just looking for a monitor. Oh, I know. I am L3 did $5. Says you should claim these channels live streaming your stream. One has a lot of people on it. Okay, so in regards to what I talked about with Asmongold, and he literally confirmed it, right? He's confirmed it that people live restream me, post up my content. You can't find me in the algorithm. You get them first, right? You might say, well, why don't you claim it? Asmongold said you can claim it. You can't. Do you want to know why Asmongold thinks you can claim it? Because he's huge. When you get a certain level, I think what people have told me it's around 100 subs, or excuse me, what the hell? 1 million subs. If you have 1 million subs I can't talk right now. If you have around 1 million subs on YouTube, then you get the option to content ID claim people. Or if you're with a partner network, your network gets the ability to content ID claim people. Normal people like me don't have it. It's nowhere on my dashboard. So these people who are literally, stealing every single day, I have no ability to stop them. The only way I could stop it is by filing a lawsuit against each individual person, citing the videos and streams that they are stealing. That's it, which I can't do. I just definitely can't afford, and I don't have the time to do. I'm a one-man show. I don't have a team of people here working who can handle that. It's just me. So sadly, there's nothing I can really do about it unless I get to 1 million subs. Apparently, if you get 1 million subscribers, YouTube enables that option in your dashboard, and then you can claim the people that steal your content. I'm sorry, guys, but, and a lot of people say to me, I'm being negative when I say this. I don't think I'm ever going to have 1 million subscribers, guys. I would love that. Don't get me wrong. I'm a hard worker. I'm a dedicated person who wants to put out great content for you. If you haven't seen the 68,000 videos that I put out in 15 years, I think that's enough evidence of that. But I don't think that the content that I make is 1 million sub content. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that I'm doing isn't going to bring in 1 million subscribers, like, ever. It's not going to happen. Now, someone on the other side just said, what about copyright claims? Copyright claims are completely different from content ID. A content ID claim means you can make the content and the content will still be on YouTube, but I make money on it instead of you because it's my content you're stealing. I keep all the money, in which case, go ahead, steal as much as you want. I'm making dollars on it, right? Copyright claims shut down the content, saying you stole my content. I own it. It's my copyright. Remove it from your channel. The problem with that is no copyright strikes on YouTube stick unless you issue a lawsuit. So let's say right now, whoever's live restreaming me, I issued a copyright strike against them, which I could do, and legally it's in my right to do that. YouTube would take that claim, apply it, and shut them down. All they have to do is do a counterclaim form. It takes 2 seconds. And after the counterclaim goes through, it takes a few days, and their video goes back up. That's it. The only way to actually permanently take down a video on YouTube is to have a lawyer who issues a lawsuit takedown against the channel, and then YouTube actually executes a full takedown. And usually, if a lawsuit hits a channel, they'll shut the channel down. Okay? But it's, as I've said, it's like a hydra. You cut off one head, 3 more sprout out to replace it. You take down one troll, more trolls are born. So I don't bother with it. You can't do that. The copyright way is just not the way to go about it. Unless you're filthy rich, okay? Seriously, unless you're absolutely filthy rich, there's no way to actually take down someone who steals your content. But if you get that claim tool, that's the way. I'm not kidding you when I say if I were to claim all the content that's stolen off my channel, I'd be making probably double the amount of money that I make right now. They're all just making all this money on the back of my hard work. You know what I'm saying? Listen, someone says, stop talking about the tractors. I didn't bring them up. I'm responding to a super chat. Would you like me to ignore that super chat? I could. Do you want me to? I'm just honestly responding to what someone just asked me. I will ignore it then. If it bothers you, then we don't have to talk about it. I'm having a good time. You're right. I don't want the whole day to be brought up like that. Like someone asked. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't want the whole day to be about that. You're right. You're absolutely right in that regard. If it bothers you, then fine. We'll move on. Punk Pina just became a member. Thank you so much for the membership, Punk Pina. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's see here. Someone tipped $1.50. It says, what you want to get is a 27-inch 1440p QD OLED 240 hertz or 360 hertz for your gaming monitor. Does that sound right, guys? Does that sound about right? I mean, honestly, from what I've heard, that might be about right. Like 4K, I have enjoyed playing certain games at 4K. I have. But do I need 4K if it's a gaming monitor that's right here? Or do I want the better response time? Because I know you can get better response time when it's not 4K unless you spend $1,000. Like I've seen for $1,000, I can get a monitor that's 4K 240 hertz, but it's $1,000. Do I want that monitor? I could get it. I could get it today, but do I want that? Or is that too much? Is that, you know what I mean? Is that just too much? I need to get it. I don't know. I also don't want to just overspend for no good reason. I want to get something that's going to serve the purposes of the content I'm trying to make. Okay. Okay, I received a $20 tip. Wow, thank you. A generous tip here. Who's this? Let's see. Okay, and so this person specifically says, I want to remain anonymous. Okay, no problem. Let's play a nice $20 tip animation for you. That I have to manually do. Why? Because of my detractors! I'm not even kidding, but you guys don't want me to talk about it, so I won't. It's all good. So a $20 tip just came in. That's our biggest tip. Actually, that's our first tip of the day. Well, I guess we had a $1 tip before. Okay. So hope you're doing well. Looking forward to this stream. If you're in the market for a monitor arm, I would recommend checking out Huanuo. I've been using them for years without fail. All right. I just put it into search so we can look at this later. When we start looking at products and stuff, I have it in the search ready to go to look at. Thank you for the suggestion. Cool. Oh, let's see here. Genesis Gaming SWE did a 65 Swedish krone super chat. Let's see what that is. SEK. With 65. $6.89. And he says, the Ergotron TX is an amazing monitor arm for normal screen, and Ergotron HX is good for ultra wides. Okay. Ergotron. Let's take a look at that. Ergotron. Ergotron workspace products. Okay. I wonder if these are on Amazon. Like, I'm going to be honest with all of you. I don't need to buy everything off Amazon today, but like I can easily buy everything off Amazon today. Like everything is set up to go on Amazon where I can literally buy whatever I want. And see, a lot of you don't know this. I live in the outskirts of Seattle. What that means, guess what's actually stationed here? Amazon. Anything I order shows up within 1 to 2 days, like without exception. Everything is actually warehoused right here. So what I order today might very well show up Sunday, Monday, and then this week we could have a day of setup where I build the desk, I build a chair, I take the monitors, hook them up, put the arms up, and we just redo the whole setup from scratch as a whole day event. We could do that this week because everything shows up like this because of where I live, which is amazing. Like I live in the prime place for Amazon Prime. It's really cool. So, I mean, yes, I very much could order stuff from other places if we need to, but then that means I probably have to wait a long time for it to show up. I might be waiting like a week or more, and in which case we're kind of held up on doing this stuff. Topomaru says, what about a full Lego desk? Oh, yes. That sounds great. A full Lego desk? Yes. That's awesome. Then when I rage and I punch the desk, all pieces fly up into the sky, right? There you go. Thank you, Salty Dude. That's very kind words. I appreciate that. Jade says, how about a Grinch tip animation? Ooh, I would like that. See, here's what I have. Well, hold on. Let me do a quick shout out, then we'll talk about this. Super Gaming Lagoon did a $2.79 Canadian super chat. It's about $2 USD. Where'd you get the screen in the back? The screen in the back is the Divoom Pixu 64. It's a digital screen that you can either put your own artwork and animations on, or you can actually go to an entire community of creators who make content for this screen, and that's where I've gotten most of these from. There's a few that I get off the internet, but this actually comes right from the app that comes, with the product, and I love this screen. It's really good. And you could get big ones too. Like there's ones you can put on your wall and stuff, but I just needed one for the backdrop, and I think this is a perfect thing, right? It's really nice. I use it. It's so good. It's very versatile too. There's apps and things you can install on it. You can have this thing track. Let's say you're a creator that tracks the stock market or Bitcoin. You can actually have a ticker that goes there that tracks stuff live. It's insane. It's a pretty good product. So I do recommend it. Give it a look. By the way, if you're going to buy one and you want to help me out, if you look at my videos, like my vlogging, like my podcast, or any of my vlogs recently, usually I tag this product in the description of the video. You'll see, product shown in this video. And if you click through and buy it through there, that's an affiliate link, and I make some money. So I just want to throw that out there. Yes, hashtag ad. That is an ad, advertisement or whatever. But I'll make a few bucks if you do that. No one's ever done it before. I'm serious. Like, I've been advertising this thing for a year. No one's bought it. So I don't even know what I make. If you were to buy this, I don't even know what I would make on it because no one ever done it. But just so you know, it's there. Okay. Let's see here. The Great Zero, an Australian $10 super chat. That's about, I want to say it's like $7 American. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what the conversion rate is. 655. I was close. He says, happy Thanksgiving, Phil. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Sorry I'm a day late. I thought it was today in Australian time. There you go. It's all good. Yesterday was a great day. It was a great Thanksgiving for me. Had a lot of fun on stream. Had a great time with my wife off stream. So overall, absolutely, good time, great vibes. XYZ just did an Australian $2 super chat. So that's like $1 and says, chicken burger. What do you mean by chicken burger? I've had chicken burgers. They're pretty good, but I'm not having a chicken burger today. XYZ now did a $20 Australian super chat. So that would be around $13. Thank you, XYZ. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Cool. So, man, okay. So how about this? We've been hanging out now for about, almost 90 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. Dude, I have so much fun hanging out with you guys. I do. I don't even feel like, I feel like I just sat down and we're 90 minutes into the show. Wow. That's awesome, man. Anyway, what I think we should do, we should figure out what games to play today and or what the first game should be. So how about this? What game would you like to see me play first today? Suggestions. Black Ops 7. Why Black Ops 7? Because if I'm going to be drinking today, I probably should play the game that needs concentration first. I'm just saying, like, maybe you do Black Ops 7 first. Mega Bonk, this new game that everyone has been talking about, and I didn't play it yet. We could try that. There is Where Winds Meet. I don't know if you want me to try that. I just installed it. Or what other suggestions do you guys have for games today? I'm open to anything. Even games I don't have, I'll buy whatever. It's no big deal. What games do you guys think that I should play today? Mortal Kombat Collection. So Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection has released an online beta that supposedly is going to allow you to play the game online for real. Previously, it had an online mode that didn't work right. So now apparently it works, but I don't know because I haven't tested it yet. All right. Loser Duck with a $5 super chat saying, go buy yourself something nice. Thank you to Loser Duck. Great $5 super chat. I appreciate that. So let's see what people say in the chat here because I just asked and then I didn't look. Arc Raiders. Yeah, but the thing about Arc Raiders, I'm not against trying it, but it doesn't sound like the kind of game I'm going to like. It sounds like a game where, number one, I'd probably have to learn how to play it. I don't know how I would do that on one segment of a stream like today. And it sounds like it has that audio where people can run up and say stuff and then you get in trouble for it. What is it called? Like the uh, proximity audio, proximity chat. That's what it's called, proximity chat. And can you even turn that off? Like, I don't know. I've never played an extraction shooter. That's what I mean. Like, I don't even know if I would like it. I don't really know much about them. It's up to you. If you guys want me to try Arc Raiders today, I will try Arc Raiders today. That's your call. I don't know. How expensive is it? I don't care. If it's like $100, I'll buy it. I don't give a shit. What do I care? With the week I've had, what do I care? Right? Arc Raiders is about loot. Solo can be chill. Probably the problem is trolls, but you should still try it. And when you say that, so how could trolls mess up with it? Or mess up with it? How could trolls mess with it? What could they do to mess with the game? It's $40. That's not bad. $40 is not bad. Stream snipe. So what? They could find where you are and show up on the same game, like the server. Is that true? Hold on. There's some shout outs I got to do. We've got Andy R877 just gifted 10 memberships to the community. Thank you to Andy for 10 memberships. That is absolutely outstanding. That is $30 to support. Anyone who just got a membership, congratulations. Be sure to thank Andy for that awesome support. Tobomaru just did a 10 euro super chat. That's about $12. He says, Arc Raiders is fun because of the people in voice chat. You meet nice people and you meet crazy people. Overall, really a nice once-in-a-lifetime experience. Yeah, but again, you have to understand I'm not normal. And what I mean by that is I'm a sick individual. No, that's not what I mean. I mean that my situation isn't the same as everyone else's. When I go to play a game like that, immediately people are going to try to seek me out and harass. They're going to try to get to that chat and say the F word, say the N word, say, doxing. They're going to immediately try to get me in trouble just to be stupid. They're going to run in circles around me, firing their weapon into the air like they're retarded or something. That's what they do. So, I can't really do that. I don't know. It's not easy to stream snipe. The servers don't have that many players. Hide your screen. You'll be fine. You want me to hide my screen on a gaming live stream? You literally just said that. Hide your screen. I'll have to think about that one for a second. Unless you meant something different, but you did say hide your screen. You just said that. Let's see here. Genesis Gaming with another super chat here. SEK again. Let me figure this out. Another $6. He says, maybe a secret lab Magnus desk. What on earth is a secret lab Magnus desk? That sounds crazy. Whatever it is, it sounds crazy. Here. Secret Lab Magnus Pro. It's cool because it raises up and down, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a desk that has two directions. One side is the gaming side, and one side is the monitor the stream side. Problem is I don't have a lot of room for an extra long desk here. I don't. This is a very narrow office. So I need to have here and then here as opposed to super long across. See what I mean? Sucks that I don't really have that flexibility. Then again, I guess what I could do is I could measure because I don't know how big this thing actually is. Apparently this thing has major cable management and stuff, it says. All right. I'll leave this open. We'll take a look at it. Cool. Okay. Where were we? Daniel just did a $5 super chat. Arc Raiders, first-time viewer. Great Zach interview. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here we are. It's Friday. The interview was Monday. It's Friday. I still have so many people coming by and thanking me for, or not thanking me, but congratulating me on the interview, saying it was amazing. I really appreciate that. We are 13 subscribers away from 229,000 on DSP Gaming. Before the interview, I was at 221,000. So I'm about to hit 8,000 new subscribers because of the interview. We're 13 away. If you're watching and you're not subbed yet, consider subbing. Let's get to 229 on this stream. All right? Cool. Darkside Jasper just gifted 2 subs over on Kick. Thank you for that. That's the most subs of the day so far. In fact, the only thing we don't have today is kicks. We have everything else in droves. We just don't have kicks. So thank you guys. We have Leo Bloom 166 with a $10 super chat. It says, happy Thanksgiving, Phil. I'm coming from the Asmongold interview. Glad you're doing well. I vote for Megabonk today. Thank you. Cool. I'm down for Megabonk today to try it out since it was recommended by Asmon and you guys seem to like the game. The thing is, I've never played Vampire Survivors and people are saying that's what it's like, so it'll be like a first-time thing for me. Someone did a 333 tip and says, instead of just dropping your goals entirely, why don't you announce a month with no goals so you can judge if you can do this or not? You dropped your format so fast, maybe it's better to assess the situation cautiously. Great streams, thank you. Fair enough. That's actually fair advice. Right now I don't need goals. Okay? Because people are coming by and supporting me so much, and I actually think it is like super refreshing to my audience that I don't have goals. Like the fact that we're just chilling every day and that people are still coming by and supporting, it's so different from the formula that I used to have, right? It really is. So maybe I just don't have goals. But maybe, because here's the thing, you know what they say? They say success is fleeting. It doesn't last forever, right? And quite frankly, my core audience didn't care about me asking for contributions. Seriously, they didn't. They didn't have a problem with it. My core audience, who's been with me through thick and thin, didn't care. It was only my detractors / people who watch detractor content who seemed to have issue. But they weren't viewers of mine, right? So why did I really care? And the answer is I didn't. That's how I made do for a long time. Having goals, asking for contributions, nobody cared. So why do I, it wasn't a big deal. But now you guys are here, and if you guys, support as much as you do or whatever, I don't think I need goals. I don't even want to say, a month with no goals. No. How about, instead of that, we all just relax, okay? How about we all just relax, we have a good time together, and we see what happens. I feel like that's the way that we do things. We just relax and we play it by ear, and we go from there. Maybe I'll never need goals again. Maybe things will turn at one point and I need to have goals again. But setting it for a month, I don't think really changes anything, right? I don't think so. And by the way, when I said, no more goals, I didn't say no more goals indefinitely forever, no matter what happens. I just said for now, no goals because we don't need them. Okay, so there you go. I don't think that I want to even say a month. Let's just say no goals for now, and let's see what happens. Okay? Okay. Let's continue. There's a $1.11 tip. Let's see here. Hey, Phil, I would love to see you play Mount and Blade Bannerlord. Any interest or possible playthroughs planned? People mentioned Mount and Blade over the years, but no one ever really seems that interested. Like, I've heard the name thrown around. I know the game and franchise exists, but I've never tried it. Perhaps, if you guys ever wanted me to try it and see what it is, an event like today would be the day to do it, rather than doing a stream and then it ends up sucking within the first hour. No one cares, and I'm like, why did I play this? Maybe today would be the time. I don't know. It's up to you. Again, up to you guys. Whatever you want to do. I'll play it by ear and play whatever you want today. Oh, by the way, there were some kicks that I missed. It was 500 kicks from the SJB. Thank you to the SJB. Is that our first kicks of the day? Those are our first kicks of the day. Thank you to the SJB for 500 kicks. So keep in mind, on Kick now, if you send 500 or more kicks, that actually sticks to the leaderboard and I can see it and I can shout it out. Anything lower than 500 kicks, sadly, I can't really see. And it sucks. Like, I'm still getting them and it still helps, but I can't shout them out. There's no leaderboard for it. So if you wanted to do kicks over on Kick, I'm very appreciative, but please do 500 or more so I can see them. Okay? Otherwise, I know I'm going to miss them unless someone like tells me. Okay? Okay, I received a $12.68 tip. Okay, first of all, let's play an animation for this tip. $12.68. Hey, Phil, I contributed a couple of years ago, and you said some very kind words. I did? Well, awesome. That's good. Thank you for the support again. Been watching you from early years through all the ups and downs, and it's great to see you getting the success that you deserve. Keep on going from ZX Sniper. Thank you, ZX Sniper. I appreciate that so much. And we're at 90. Oh, see what I need? I can't read it. 283. Okay, so now we're at 295. This is why I need a new setup. I can't read the monitor anymore. I totally need a new setup. I can't even read the leaderboard. Yikes. Thank you so much, ZX Sniper. And good to see you. Thank you for coming by and hanging out and supporting. Okay, back to the YouTube side. Wow. A $100 super chat from Shocks. $100 freaking dollars. Thank you to Shocks. Let's get this up on the leaderboard. That is by far the biggest contribution so far today. Thank you so much, Shocks. That skyrockets us forward to $3.95 of support on the stream. Shocks says, I've been watching you for the last year. I think you're a good guy who's gotten a bad rap for a long time. I'm so happy that you're getting new positive viewers. Happy holidays, brother. Happy holidays to you. Now we can kind of say that. Happy holidays, because we're now heading into the December holiday season. Like I said, this will be the last stream with this theme. When I come back on Sunday, it will actually be Christmas themed. You'll see Christmas lights, Christmas animations, Christmas decorations, Christmas pop-ups, Christmas sound effects, everything Christmas. I love it. I love Christmas. It's my, probably my favorite holiday. And I go all out on the streams for them, you guys. If you like Christmas, you'll be in the right place starting Sunday. Take a shot. I'm being yelled at that I need to take a shot. Hold on one second. Thank you to Asenison, who just became a channel member. Thank you so much, Asenison, for the membership. What's up, King Michael? How are you today, man? Good to see you. All right. People want another shot. Should I take another shot? And then I think what we should do is talk about games. Like, what's the first game that I'll play today? Sounds like a plan, I think. We were starting to talk about it, then I got distracted when the internet cut off. Now it looks like the internet's back again, so that's good. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. All right, ready? Time for shot number 2 of Johnny Walker Black. People want the celebration animation, do you? I'll play it if you want. I don't care. You want the celebration animation? What? Seriously? Asenison says, you're the first streamer that ever said my name right. I think I'll be a long-time viewer. Seriously? It's not that bad. Asenison. I mean, at first glance, you think Ascension, right? Because everyone uses words like that online. Oh, Ascension or whatever. But then you just look quickly. You're like, no, it's actually Asenison. It's not even hard to say. Why would everyone get your name wrong? Everyone, should I do this during it? You want a celebration while I do it? All right, here we go. Thank you, everyone, for the continued support, the continued love, the continued attendance. Thank you for watching, engaging, and having a great time with me every single day. This has been a wild and fun week for sure. I've had an absolutely great time every moment that I've been with you guys. Gaming for life, gamers for life. And let's have a great time here today. Salute, everybody. Smooth. That's pretty smooth stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. Thank you, guys. Excellent. See, now here's something that I would like to say. What I'd like to say is this. Thank you to those of you who are coming by and supporting for the right reasons, because you like gaming and now you've seen my content and you like it. A year ago, I did a collab with a bunch of drama creators. And the reason I did it is because I didn't think I was ever going to be able to be recognized anymore for gaming because I had become this meme on the internet, this negative meme, right? And so that collab worked, but it only worked within the drama sphere. So what ended up happening was, oh, DSP's cool, and all these new people came to my content and showered me with support for like 2-3 weeks. But after that time, what happened was they were like, oh, wait a minute. We don't like gaming. We're here for drama. We want Phil to go out and attack this other creator and talk junk about this person and insult this guy. So I actually did some of it, admittedly. And now I kind of look back at it and I'm like, you know what? It made me feel dirty. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. I'm not the kind of guy that will just go after someone for no reason just to get a rise or whatever. And it sucked. Like, I had to look at people who were like talking on social media about me and be like, oh, let me just randomly aim at this guy today and attack this person and talk junk about this. And my longtime viewers who had been along for me this whole ride and said, you know, we love gaming. We're like, what are you doing? This isn't the content you make. Now you're going to make this kind of content. This is like lowbrow garbage. This is what you said you're against. And I was like, yeah, but don't you see that I'm getting a rise and I'm getting views and money and support and all this? And they were like, yeah, but it's going to be fleeting because if you keep making that content and you go down that avenue, you're going to lose us. And so I had to do some soul searching. I did. I had to look in, like, what do I really want to do? Do I want to be popular by any means necessary? Or do I want to be popular because I'm putting out passionate content and people like me for who I am and for what I'm recreating that I really like? Because so many people go down that path of drama, right? They do the drama content, the insult stuff, watch other people's content, react, say it all sucks. You know, so many people do it. They're like a dime a dozen. I think that what people don't realize is right now, if one of these or two of these or 10 of these drama creators disappeared, would it really affect anything? Because there's always more. It really is like the easy way to make drama, is it not? It is like, just make content and make a lot of money. Always talk shit and then you win. But that's not who I am. At least not anymore. Like when I was younger, I used to do that kind of stuff in the Street Fighter community particularly. But now I'm 43 years old. I don't want to make that content anymore. And so a year ago, I had this big surge of popularity for like a month. But then I kind of didn't want to do the drama stuff anymore. And it just went right back down to where I had been. And now on top of me, not only having all these detractors, I now had new drama creators coming after me because they were all upset that I didn't want to play their game. And I had basically kind of screwed them over because I, for months, kind of played their game and then just cut the cord and got out of there, right? Now, this year, I feel like right now what's going on is very different. And here's why. You guys are my audience and you were in like mind. You're not here because you want drama. You're here because you like gaming. You like chill times, right? Like, I feel like the Asmongold crowd is also the kind of crowd that I would garner or would have if people knew who I was. So now I feel like this is different. Like, this is a completely different situation. And I'm very happy for that. Like, I really do want you guys to understand that this is who I am. This is not me putting on a show. This is who I've wanted to be for 10 years. And it's hard when everyone else says you're something else that you're not. And like, but no, if you would just watch the content, you would know who I really am. And no one will watch the content. They just want to watch the me, you know? So I'm feeling different right now. Like a year ago, yeah, I had this rise, this spike, but I wasn't able to say, let's make positive change immediately. Let's abolish the goals. Let's stop talking about, you know, raising this or that. Let's just enjoy each other's company. I wasn't able to do that a year ago. I am right now. I've made these changes and you guys are directly telling me immediately, this is amazing. So this is a wild ride that I think I'm going to enjoy a lot more than what we did last year. And this one might actually stick. Because I tell you guys, I've been through ups and downs. I've been through time periods when the kind of content and stuff that I did was super popular, and then it wasn't popular at all. I was like a really liked gamer. I'm the most detested gamer. And, you know, so for me, it's hard for me to let this sink in. that people might actually like me again. I'm not saying that I'm ever going to be huge. I don't think I will. I'm never going to be a million sub YouTuber. I just don't believe that. All right. But I'm okay being a 220, 30K, 40K, 50K YouTuber and just making a great living and enjoying the times that I have and sharing those experiences with you and us just having a good time every day. I am perfectly happy being at this level. All right. If things change and blow up, I mean, hey, I'm not going to complain, but I'm not asking for that. I just want to be me and be accepted for being the kind of guy that I am and just have a good time every day with you all. And that's happened every day this week so far. So thank you for that. If you're here to chill with me all day today and you just have chill vibes, you love games, you're in the right place, man. Maybe we'll have some fun. Maybe we'll upgrade the setup. Maybe we'll have some food. We'll chill. It's a good time. This is what it's all about. This is what, and again, I not to beat the dead horse, I was directly told by those drama creators last year who I collabed with, I was directly told, you cannot be you and be successful. You are not interesting. Your games are not interesting anymore. Games are played out. You need to change and become like us. You need to insult people. You need to be toxic. You need to stop having a moral compass. You have to be bad to be successful in the modern climate of creation. So either accept it or fail. That's directly what I was told by those creators last year when I was collabing with them. Off camera, of course, but that's what I was told. Here we are. It's November 28th, 2025. I'm doing what I love. I'm having a great positive time with all of you. I haven't asked for a damn thing, and I'm successful. So I like to think that maybe I kind of knew what I was talking about, but I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm having a great time, man. I hope you are too. Thanks for taking me on this journey with you. This is amazing. Okay? Okay. This is Nell, just did a $5 super chat. He says, "Hey Phil, Alienware," and then a monitor, a big model number. Hold on, let me type it because if I don't type it, I won't remember it. Alienware. Look at this. AW3225QF. Okay, I brought it up. There it is. 4K Ultra HD monitor. He says, "It's the best monitor in my opinion. It's currently $800 on sale, 32 inches, 4K, 240 hertz, with a 0.03 millisecond response time, and it's OLED. All right, maybe that's one we look at for later. Okay, thank you. I'm getting many suggestions now. I actually had a suggestion for this Asus ROG Swift OLED, which I almost believe is the same, only it's the Asus ROG version. Hold on. This one's actually 27-inch. It's also a 4K, 240 hertz, 0.03 millisecond. It's more expensive. So let's look at this later. All right, we will together later today. We will tackle this stuff, and I think it may be time that I finally have the setup that basically all the top guys have. All right, and that'll be amazing. Really, it will be amazing. So thank you again. You guys are awesome. Let's shout out some tips, then I'll get back to the YouTube side because a bunch of tips have been accumulating here. I got a $5 tip here. Oops. Okay, let's actually play you a nice $5 animation before I forget. Final day for the turkey, everybody. Say goodbye to the turkey. He's been awesome, right? The turkey's been great all month. I've really liked having the turkey on stream. He'll come back next year, but final day for the turkey animation. Bannerlord could be a chill stream with the occasional intensive, massive battles. Good chill vibe with some excitement. Definitely something different to your regular content because it has a strategic element. I wonder if among your fans you have a Bannerlord fan base. I don't think among my existing fans I do because they've never really brought it up. But maybe amongst my new fan base. See, here's the thing, and here's the difference between my long-running existing fan base and perhaps you newcomers. I was always the guy on YouTube who would pick a game and play it in its entirety. So, for example, right now, people are saying well, not right now on stream, but people have been saying this week, I've been reading comments. Why are you playing Pokemon? Aren't you aware that's a AAA game that's boring? You're playing Call of Duty. What are you doing? You should be playing every indie game, play it when it's hot, and move on to the next game. Like, that's literally never been me. I've been the guy that picks a game that's going to be like a fun, lengthy run, and I'll play that game for a long time. We enjoy it. We enjoy the playthrough. We finish it. Then we're on to the next. I've never been the guy to jump from game to game to game to game to game. I'm well aware that the biggest creators out there probably do that. Today they're playing Mega Bonk. Tomorrow they're playing Where Winds Meet. The next day they're playing Ball X Pit. And the next day they're on to the next game. They might not even play a game more than once, right? And I get that. That's definitely a formula for success. But if I find a game that I actually like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I want to play it. I want to play it and enjoy it in its entirety. I want to be there for the long run. I want to have a good time playing that fun game. I don't want to be a guy that literally says only play a game at its peak of popularity just to get that spike and then on to the next so I could get that next spike. If it's a good game, I want to give it its due and I want to enjoy it because I'm a gamer. At the end of the day, I am not a creator. I am not an influencer. I'm a gamer. I always have been. Back in the day when I was at the height of my popularity, we're talking, 2010, 2011, I got so many offers from game studios, from game publishers, from big AAA guys, and even indie guys. Play our game, take the check, say it's good. I'm not kidding you. I never did it. I said, no, I'm going to be an honest, true gamer. I'm going to say that when I play a game on my streams or in my content, that everything that I'm telling you is genuine. I don't ever want to say a game is good that's not just to make a paycheck. I don't want to play a game and be under a review embargo that I can't criticize your game because you gave me early access. I want to legitimately play the game and tell my audience exactly what I'm feeling at every moment. So I never took the bag. And because of that, I never got that backing that a lot of these guys do. I hate to say it. I could name drop a few people who back in the day were around the same size as me, took the bag and went like this through the fucking ceiling. They just skyrocketed into massive popularity out of nowhere because they all became the golden child selected gamers who got every opportunity, who were promoted by the companies. I never wanted to do that, okay? So same way today, I don't want to be the guy who's like, I'll try any game. Don't get me wrong. I will experiment and try any game you guys want. I am within no limitations at all. We can buy or play whatever you want. I'm cool with that. But also, I don't want to be the guy that only plays the game once. And then if I like it, I'm like, drop it for the next, drop it for the next. I want to have a regular rotation of games that I like and play. But also, maybe we have nights where we try new games. Like maybe day streams are the ongoing playthroughs, and night streams are test streams. Test an indie game here, test a new game here. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Right? And we can kind of balance that. I'm down for that too. That sounds good to me. But this is all new to me. You have to understand, this is literally all new to me. I have to get used to this. I'm working with you guys to try to understand what's the best way to go about things. This is very different from my old formula of how things worked. I hope you guys know that I'm trying to adjust, and I'm doing my best. But it's been a great week for sure, and it's getting better. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, you would think, oh, Phil will be popular for a few days, it'll go away. Well, we're 5 days in. My marathon currently has about double the attendance it normally would have. I'm getting insane amounts of support, and we haven't even played a game yet. So, thank you guys. The Kick Chat is spamming Play Arc Raiders like crazy, okay? I don't know if we should do that today or not. I don't know what you guys think. Let me finish with the tip shout-outs, then I'll get back to the YouTube shout-outs, and then we'll figure out what we're playing first, okay? Let's see here. Someone did a $1.11 tip, Mountain Blade Bannerlord. So there you go. Someone wants Mountain Blade Bannerlord. I don't know what it is. Well, actually, I take that back. I've looked into it. It looks like those top-down isometric kind of like control an entire army style games, right? That's what it looked like to me when I looked into it. Let's see here. We got a $2 tip. So listen to this. Now, what do you guys think about this? $2 tips. It said, genuine advice. Stop looping. You've been repeating yourself for 3 days. Make content, play games, focus on the here and now. Don't talk about the past detractors or viewership. It's exhausting. It's losing you viewers. Is it losing me viewers? Have I lost viewers? It looks like my viewers have been going up all day, right? I started with 100. We're at 467 and climbing. I'm not harping on the past. I'm telling you guys how I want to improve for the future. I don't know what you're talking about. Again, if this guy's correct, let me know. Are you guys turned off? Are you having a bad time? I'm down for just moving forward positively. It's that people ask me questions, I try to answer honestly. I'm sorry if I have to keep drawing upon my past to explain. You know, like for example, why that comment that I got actually hit me hard. They're like, "Why don't you just play every new game? And you don't have to stick with it, just go to the next." I was like, "Well, that's not the kind of creator I am." You know, I like sticking with games that I like and playing them because that's who I am. I'm a gamer. I'm not a influencer who just influences, try this game, try this game, try this game, and then drops it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sorry if, again, if you guys are like, oh my God, this guy's so boring. I'm trying not to be, but that's who I am. You know, I don't want to talk about the past forever. In fact, I'd like to leave the past behind me where it should belong, right? Instead of, harping upon it. So here we go. Let's move forward then. Let's see here. Where did I go here? Let's see. Bandit XI or XL. I can't tell if it's an I or an L. Did a $5 super chat and says, if you still have your retro consoles, playing some old games on original hardware, maybe good content, retro night or something. I have a couple retro consoles, but I don't know how I would capture from them. Like I have an NES, but I don't think it works. I haven't tried in many, many years. I have a Genesis and I have a Sega CD and I have a 32X. They did work like over a decade ago, but again, I haven't plugged them into anything. The problem is the whole analog signal versus how on earth do you convert that on the fly and capture that and stream it without monstrous delay, right? Like no TV even takes the input. If you have a capture device, usually there's a latency issue, but maybe you know better than me. I haven't tested this stuff in so long, but I have a collection. Oh, wait a minute. I have a new audience. You guys don't even know that I have a retro collection, do you? It's not huge, but I held on to some games from a long time ago that I have, and apparently some of them are like really valuable, which I didn't even realize at the time. That could definitely be something we do in the future, is we actually look at the retro games that I have together. Cause I did this like many years ago, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Well, maybe we could do it again and you could take a look. Like I have like Sega CD's version of Earthworm Jim. Everyone says that's worth a lot of money. I have a lot of like the Sega CD 32X more rare stuff. I have I think I have every classic NES Mega Man. I'm pretty sure. Not that they're mint or anything. They're used and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I have a lot of these. So maybe that's something we look at one day. We just have a day where we want to chill. We go into my closet and we pull that bin out and we see what's in there. Because I don't remember what's in there. It's been like many years now. It's been a while since I looked at it. Okay. Clout Siffler, how you doing, man? He became a member and says, I tried 7 different OLEDs. MSI 321 URX is the best. Oh boy. Okay. MSI, let's look at this one. MSI 321 URX is the best. Let's take a look. It is on Amazon. This one does 4K. 0.03 millisecond response time, 240 hertz. Let's look at the price. Drum roll, everyone. Oh, wait a minute. Is it even available? Oh, it's not available? See all buying op. What is this? Why is this asking me to see all buy options? Usually, if it's in stock. Oh, they don't have it. Oh, it is new. There is some that are new. Oh, they're on back order. Apparently, that's a popular monitor. It's on back order. The earliest I could get it delivered is December 4th to 8th. Yeah. Basically, Amazon doesn't sell it, but there's resellers who sell it. And it's basically on back order. Yeah. So apparently, it's a really popular monitor that's on back order. So you may have something that you may not be onto something. If it's on back order, it must be popular, right? Okay. Thank you, Clout Siffler. And then we have Mr. Member. Wow, $20 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Member. He said, this is another great stream. Someone recommend retro game stream. That could be cool. Hell yeah. I'm down for retro games. Absolutely, I'm down for retro games. I don't know if you mean like obscure retro games or more mainstream. Like, obviously, the more mainstream stuff would be on like Nintendo Switch Online. Or if, more obscure emulation. Yeah, I'm open to anything. Let's see here. Daniel did a $5 super chat. Have you ever beaten Battletoads? I never have. Jet ski level, great time. I had a friend who owned Battletoads. We tried really hard. We didn't beat it legit, so we cheated. Right? There's cheat codes, right? We cheated and we beat it that way. I remember. We got to the queen at the end and beat the shit out of her or whatever. Someone tipped $2. Says there's a game on Steam called News Tower that you might love. News Tower? I've never heard of that one before. What is News Tower? Clout Siffler now did a $2 super chat. Newegg has it for $749.99, the best price and best monitor. Okay. I left it open. I explained earlier that anything that I get through Amazon, I already have set up to buy, and I could buy it like instantly today. And Amazon has insanely fast delivery for me because I live right here outside of Seattle, and that's where all their warehouses are. So I can get anything like right away, no issue. So today I would prefer that anything I buy be through Amazon. It doesn't have to be. Like, if we absolutely find something that's better than what's on Amazon somewhere else, I could buy it, but then it's going to have to wait. Like, my whole, hopefully, goal here today was that if we upgrade the setup, it comes within a few days, and then we can maybe like Tuesday, Wednesday, have a whole setup day where all I do that day is I build the desk, I build the chair, I install the monitor arms, I get the monitors working. You know what I'm saying? Like, the setup gets fully upgraded. We adjust for height, we adjust the camera angles, and we get it all going. So that's what I would hope for. Because if it all shows up sporadically over like 2 weeks, that's frustrating because you don't want to just set up one piece if it's not all ready to go. Why do I want to set up the desk if I don't have the monitors? Right? Then now my chair height's wrong. You see? Okay. All right, so we've hung out for quite a while, over 2 hours, and I've had a great time. Would you guys like to try to talk about the game now? Like, what game should I start with today? What do you think? Let's do some options. All right. So right now, I would say our options are to start today. I would say Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And honestly, I probably do more like a shotgun stabby run or maybe a handguns run. I wouldn't go serious with sniping or anything. I would go more like, let's just have a silly time with kill streaks and stuff, trying to stab people. That'd be one. Okay. Number 2, Mega Bonk. I have it. It's installed. It's ready to go. I don't really know much about it besides you guys say it's like Vampire Survivors or whatever, but I've never played that. So it'll be a first time experience for me. Okay. Like, what else? Let's get 4 options, and then we'll do polls on both sides. We'll do a poll on YouTube. We'll do a poll on Kick. We'll see what you guys maybe want. Some people are saying Arc Raiders. Again, I'll try it, but I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know anything about it. Okay, how about this? Let me ask you this question. Does Arc Raiders have a long intro tutorial? Does Arc Raiders have a long learning curve? If this is just a marathon, I'm not going to be playing it the whole time. understand what's the point of me starting Arc Raiders if there's no way I'll get into it within just a few minutes. It has to be something that I'm like quickly jumping into and I'll understand and I'll enjoy versus, oh, do this 20, 30, 40-minute tutorial. Then you go online. Now you don't know what you're doing. Run around. You're lost. You're bored. That's not going to work for a marathon, okay? Like, you're going to like or hate it really quick. Oh, yeah? If you guys really want me to consider it, I'll put Arc Raiders into the poll. All right, hold on. I just got a 420 tip from Snook Pog. What a name. Thank you, Snook Pog. Loving the pour of positivity that you received. Big ups to Asmongold for the support. Hopefully you guys will do a podcast that Asmon alluded to. I'd love to. More than anything, I would love to be able to branch out and collab with people who are like-minded as me about games, and we can talk about games and enjoy each other's company and pick each other's brains about stuff. That's what I want to do. That's the kind of content I've always wanted to make, but never been allowed to, because for the last 10 plus years, I've been a meme. So no one wants to touch Phil unless we talk about the meme top toxic stuff so that they can get a quick rise out of laughing at the meme and getting over on it. You know what I'm saying? Get your mic ready for teammates on Arc Raiders. I don't have a mic. I don't have a PC mic. I don't play games where I talk to people. I don't have a working PC mic right now. That would be something that I would have to do in the future is get one. I don't have one. So I could play it, but I can't communicate verbally with anyone. I don't have a mic that I would be able to communicate with anybody with. I would have to get one. Yes, I could buy a microphone. I could buy a decent microphone for the gaming PC so I could communicate with that audience or those gamers if I do games where you have to verbally communicate. Yes. Someone tipped the buck, says, my vote goes for Arc Raiders. It's a similar model to Helldivers 2. Rats or campers on exits could be a problem with stream sniping, but otherwise, you can create a new nickname, use Dumas, so randoms don't know it's you. Also, it is quick to get into the game. Much love. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Mega Bonk. If you want me to try Arc Raiders, but I don't have a mic, I can't communicate. Or what would be the fourth? Let's do 4 games. Not Truck Sim yet. We'll do Truck Sim later. Truck Sim could be later. More chill thing to kind of decompress later on. We'll do that. We need one more. What do you think? Bandit did a $2 super chat. Are you a Trekkie or do you like Star Wars? I like Star Trek over Star Wars. I actually do. Like I was watching Star Trek The Next Generation in the 90s with my dad. We loved the show. Then I watched Deep Space Nine and Voyager, and I loved all those shows. Mortal Kombat, we could throw Mortal Kombat in there because we want to test the online that they just added. Rusty Stevenson with a $5 super chat. Can you play a freaking game? Sitting here being scared of someone trolling, beating you online is ridiculous. You're a grown man. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you see what I'm up against every day? Toxic people? Who's afraid of anything? I just said Arc Raiders is in as a consideration. I said I don't have a microphone. What are you talking about? People have problems. Seriously, like, you understand this is a chill stream, right? Like, if you're going to be toxic and stuff, I'm just not going to entertain you. I'm just going to ignore you. Like, what are you talking about? What an idiot. Anyway, Red Eyes, thanks for $5. Says Shadow the Hedgehog game is what I would suggest, and Kit Chat sucks. What Shadow the Hedgehog game? Which one? We played one last year. Remember it was Shadow Generations or whatever? I don't know what Shadow game you suggest or how to play it. Parasolo, we're about to do a poll right now. That's the whole idea. I'm trying to get the games to put into the poll. All right, we'll do the 4 then. All right, let's do a quick poll. Oops, that's not the poll. Oh, can I gift free memberships? Oh, guess what, guys? It's the last day I'm streaming in November. I guess technically it's not. Monday is. I'm going to send you guys some free memberships right now on YouTube. Enjoy. 5 people just got free memberships. Enjoy. I forgot all about this feature. Whoever just got them, enjoy. Okay, now let's start a poll. Okay, here we go. The polls are about to go live. Here they come. Please vote in the polls, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Kick. Either way is great. All right. So while you guys are voting, we got more shout outs to do. Shout out to DSPGaming, who just gifted 5 subs to the community. I hope whoever got those enjoy them. IML3 just gifted a membership to the community as well. Thank you to IML3 for the gifted membership. Bandit XL or Bandit X, is it Bandit? Is it XL or XI? I can't tell. Did a $5 super chat. They're pretty good players on Mortal Kombat Collection. I was watching another streamer play online, but he has the PlayStation version. Yeah, if I couldn't find anyone online with the PC version, I wouldn't be opposed to buying the PlayStation version and trying it over there. My joystick works on both. Okay, so we'll see what happens. But I mean, I suck. I haven't played this game competitively since the 90s. I'm not going to be good. You know, I have to learn the basics again. It's 11 in Roman numerals. Oh, it's Bandit 11. Gotcha. Thank you. Bandit 11 it is. This is hilarious. A troll who has not tipped me in 100 years because they've been afraid because this week's been so positive just tried to tip me $1 and be toxic, but I'm not reading that shit. What a waste of my time. You're in the wrong spot, bro. You're in the wrong spot if you think I'm wasting my time reading your dollar tip of toxic stuff when I'm on a stream of over 500 on YouTube, over 100 on Kick, and we're having a great time together. You're a miserable wretch, and you should go find something better to do with your time. Shockingly, there is no sale for Arc Raiders for Black Friday. You thought there would have been, right? Nope. I thought for sure there would have been some kind of a sale, but nope. So am I going to become like Shroud? Am I going to be crying that Arc Raiders is not nominated for Game of the Year because it's such a cool game? I'm going to be so upset. Oh, why isn't it nominated? Why can't a multiplayer game ever get nominated? Oh! Oh, CD Keys was $10 off? I already bought it. I already bought it because people are voting for it, so I already bought it. It's all right. Wow. Leaf and Finn. Does anyone that donates $5,000 wants the D? I've never had anyone donate $5,000 in one go. Absolutely not. There was one guy many, many years ago when I was a Twitch streamer. He came by. Now, remember, Twitch has different levels of subs that you can gift. They dropped something like 100, like 200-300 of the maximum tier subs, which were like, what, $20 each? $25 each? I'm not sure. So, I mean, when it came down to it, over the course of them doing that, it ended up being like I'm not even kidding, like over $10,000. It was insane. I have no idea who they were. To this day, I don't know who that was. They came by, they did it, never came back again. Just so it probably was like a burner account, you would think. Single biggest contribution I ever got, I want to say was like $2,100, and it was an insanely huge tip. That was the biggest contribution I've ever gotten. But, you know, there's people who I have who are viewers who've been like for years and years, and they'll come back from time to time and they'll contribute, and, you know, it probably adds up over the year. But biggest single contribution was like 2K. Like I said, like 2,100, I think, was the biggest. And I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't really, you know, again, I don't really track that stuff, so I don't know. Well, let's see here. We have, wow, how do you say it? Itizel with a $2 super chat who says Arc Raiders time. It looks like Arc Raiders won the poll on Kick. Let's take a look at the results. Not loading. Great. Okay. 61%, but there was only like 50 votes. Guys, there's over 100 viewers on Kick. Only 50 of you voted. What are you doing? Well, Arc Raiders won, but it's weird. It's a weird poll. Arc Raiders is definitely dominating the YouTube poll as well. Tobomaru, thanks for €2. He says Game of the Year, though. I guess there's just some people who like those gameplay loops, right? a loop that hooks you and you want to keep playing and go back to it time after time. And that's probably the kind of game that Arc Raiders is, I would think. Arc Raiders works on a pad, right? I don't need keyboard mouse. I could just use my pad, my gamepad. I'll go get it working. It seems like this is what we're doing first. Excuse me. Yeah, we could just end the YouTube poll. We had, wow, 343 votes. Thank you to everyone who voted on YouTube. You guys want Arc Raiders. All right. Let me go get the pad up and running here. Is it okay? Yeah, the internet went to red and then to green right away. You guys didn't have any issue? Okay. I don't know what happened. It went red-green just like that. I was like, oh, not again. It's been like an hour and a half. Okay. Well, I think what we'll do, let's end our intro segment here. It's been 2.5 hours. We've just been hanging out and talking. It's been great, right? I've had a great time with you. And I guess first thing we're going to do, we're going to try Arc Raiders. Again, I really don't know much about it. I'm okay with trying it. So I just don't have a mic, but that's okay. You guys are saying it's fine not having a mic. All right. We'll give it a shot and we'll go from there. So let's end this. Thank you everyone who watched this. I hope you enjoyed. Happy Black Friday. Fun about to start with games, and then we're going to do shopping later, food later, booze. Everything today is going to be great, I hope. And I hope that you guys are enjoying who are here live on both sides. And we'll get the gaming into full swing here. Goyo Shivas with a $2 super chat. Fellow Roach checking in. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. I mean, early support today is absolutely outstanding. And, we got a long way to go. It's only 1:40 p.m. I'm going to be here, like I told you guys, probably till like 9-ish. We'll see. But, all right, guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out the gameplay videos. My first exposure to Arc Raiders is coming next. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in that. All right, thank you, guys. See you soon.